Happy 75th Blue Angels.
Happy anniversary, Blues. Gosh, what a great 75 years. And you are truly the ambassadors of Pensacola to the world. Thank you for your service and all you do for us.
Hey everybody, this is Alex Andrade. I'm the state representative for House District 2, the proud home of the U.S. Navy Blue Angels. I just want to say happy 75th anniversary of the Blue Angels. Thank you so much for what you mean to our community and what you've done for Northwest Florida. It's always a pleasure seeing you practicing at lunchtime over Pensacola Bay, and it's even more of a pleasure seeing what y'all do in July every year, making everyone here in Florida and here in the United States so proud. So thank you again, keep flying in formation, and have a great show.
Hi, I'm Buzz Ritchie, and I want to say congratulations to our Blue Angels for representing Pensacola and Florida and the nation around the world in their wonderful, highly orchestrated air shows. Appreciate you guys.
Hi, my name is Scott Davison. I'm the Director of Military Affairs for Congressman Gates. And on behalf of Congressman Gates in Florida District 1, we want to wish the Blue Angels a happy 75th anniversary. And thank you for all you do in your service to this country.
I'm Roy Kinsey, founder of Veterans Flight. On behalf of Veterans Flight and all our pilots, I congratulate the Blue Angels on their 75th anniversary. The Blue Angels are the world's best flight demonstration team, and Veterans Flight is honored to be able to fly with them as part of the Pensacola Beach Blue Angels Airshow.
Hello, I'm Jim Martin at the Flowers Irish Pub in Pensacola. We're here to wish the Blue Angels a happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary!
Happy 75th anniversary, Blue Angels. I have so many fond memories growing up watching the air shows from the beach and from a boat for so many summers, and I am so proud to have Pensacola as my hometown.
From the Goodman family to the Blues, happy 75th anniversary!
From the University of West Florida School of Nursing,
happy 75th anniversary to our Blue Angels.
Go Navy!
I'm Buck Mitchell with Seville Quarter in downtown Pensacola, and I just, from my family and the Good Time Gang here at Seville, all our employees, we want to congratulate the Blue Angels on 75 great years of bringing the sound of freedom and flying over these beautiful skies of Pensacola. Thank you, God bless, and congratulations on 75.
Hey, this is Chad Brilliante of ESPN Pensacola. First off, don't judge me with the glitter. Just got done filming, and there's a reason for it. And second, want to say happy 75th anniversary to the Blue Angels, because honestly, is there anything cooler? I can't think of it. Happy anniversary. Thanks for making our city proud.
Hi, I'm Congressman Matt Gaetz, and as Northwest Florida's representative, it is my honor to wish a happy 75th birthday to the Blue Angels. You don't look a day over 29, and it's fantastic for Northwest Florida to be able to call this mission our very own. We view it as our birthright in Northwest Florida to be able to watch the Blue Angels practice and pierce the clouds as they engage in their maneuvers that instill patriotism and pride in so many of our residents. And when there is loss, it's our hearts that fill with sorrow and grieve for those who have given so much to our great country. May it be another great 75 years and beyond for the Blue Angels. Fly high and know we're proud of you.
Hi, I'm Rear Admiral Kyle Kozad, President and CEO of the Naval Aviation Museum Foundation here in Pensacola, Florida. On behalf of my entire staff, I'd like to offer our congratulations to the Navy's Flight Demonstration Squadron, the Blue Angels, on their 75th Diamond Anniversary. Very few things exemplify a culture of excellence and a demand for precision and perfection that the Blues exemplify day in and day out. Here's looking at your next 75 years for success and safety, and my personal congratulations to a job well done to Blue Angels past and present. Fly Navy.
Good morning and welcome to the Pensacola Beach Airshow 2021. It's been 2 years since we were able to do this because of the COVID and the lockdowns and the mask. Hopefully all of that's fading away and we're once again free Americans and can come out and enjoy the airshow at the beach. So we're looking forward to a big weekend together. We've got lots of wonderful performers. Obviously the Blue Angels will fly later on this afternoon. But before that, we've got a host of other performers and demonstrations, and you're going to love them. There's business jets, we've got seaplanes, we've got helicopters, we've got civilian airshow performers. Some of these guys are the best in the world, and you'll see some airplanes doing maneuvers today that you've never seen before. These guys really put on a great show. We've also got several of the training airplanes from NES Whiting up in Milton, Florida, so you'll see some of their training planes and helicopters as well. There's 1 million people out on the beach. We did this same air show yesterday, and I thought it was crowded then, but it's nothing like today. It's going to be a great day. Looking forward to it. We're expecting the first demonstration to show up soon, so let's go back out to the beach and see what we have.
The Blue Angel show in Pensacola Beach is a classic. I mean, everybody needs to experience that. You know, I've been experiencing it since 1986, and I never miss one. So when we moved here in '86, that was kind of this. It is an epic experience just to see the Blues so low and right in front of you. And since I'm involved in the hotel business out there, the Santa Rosa Island Authority that sponsors the event contacted me and said, "Julian, you've got the only airplane that's in the museum. Would you consider flying it for the show?" And I went, "That's a great idea." And so for the first few years, I flew it, just myself and some family members and friends, and then I got the idea that this would be a great auction item to raise money for charity. And since then, I don't know how much money I've raised, but generally I end up raising $5,000 to $7,000 for charity that weekend by auctioning off rides in the airplane. And so that was kind of how it started. Monty Blues called me and asked me if I'd like to do it, and I thought it'd be a great idea, lots of fun. And then eventually it's morphed into this money-raising opportunity. But the whole thing there is really kind of benign. I mean, it's, when you see what everybody else is doing, starting with the Blue Angels, what they're doing, and then you look at all the other aerobatic airplanes. What I do is really not very, it's not very spectacular. So I try to come up with something that I could do that would be interesting. So the routine I've practiced every year for the last 10, 15 years is I go out 3 miles due south of the pier, and I orbit around at 1,000 feet, and then wait for the window that I've got in the air show. And I fly in at 1,000 feet, and about I don't know, not very far from the pier, I pull the power, put the flaps in it, and I just dive. I dive at about a 30, 45 degree angle. It's in the airplane, it's spectacular because you're really you're looking down at the pier, and then the idea is to break off to the east at 50 feet or 20 feet or whatever, and then do a circle, and then come back at the pier at 20 feet, and then create the illusion that you're coming close to the pier as you go over it. Because when you look at it from either the front or the back, you can't really tell that distance. You don't have the depth perception if you're on the beach. So that's what I thought might be fun. And then for the people in the airplane, I'm talking to them through the intercom and telling them, I'm not taking a risk here. This is really quite, safe, and it's not. In the airplane, it doesn't look that scary, really. Maybe I've gotten used to it, but but anyway, I'm talking everybody through it, and in the airplane. Then we just go over the pier, 20, 30 feet, and then down the other side. And I try to pull some negative G's just because inside the airplane to float is something a lot of people haven't experienced before. And there's lots of yelling and screaming. And I tell everybody, please yell, scream, have a great time. And so we do that once, do a circle on the west side of the pier, 20, 30 feet, and come back over the pier, do another, up and over, and then come back around in front of the Hilton, and then do a 360 in front of the Hilton, and then exit to the east. And it all takes about 5 minutes, and it opens up the show every year. It's been a great kind of tradition, I think, certainly for me, and I hear a lot of people talk about it, so I think everybody still enjoys it. I'm just trying to make it interesting by doing the pier thing.
Well, folks, it looks like we running a little slightly behind on the timeline so far this morning. We were already supposed to have performances out in the air. Maybe they're having trouble clearing the area. There's a certain, what they call acrobatic box that allows the airplanes to fly in a sterile area. And so maybe there could be a boat in the way or an airplane pulling a banner or people in the water. We're unsure of why it's delayed, but hopefully we'll have our first act out soon. The first demonstration is supposed to be some F-15s from the Air National Guard unit in Louisiana, in New Orleans. Once they arrive, I will give you some more info on that, but in the meantime, let's go back out to the beach, and as soon as they arrive, we will talk about the F-15s.
The Blue Angel show in
Happy 75th.
Welcome back. We're at the Pensacola Beach 2021 Air Show. A million people on the beach. Everybody's having some fun, and we're excited to have everybody out here with us. The first demonstration we're expecting is the Air Force, or not Air Force, the Louisiana Air National Guard. Am I getting that correct? Hopefully I've got the right demonstration. Or is this the Widgeon? Maybe we've jumped the schedule a bit. Let me find out for sure what we've got out here, and then we'll pick up the narration. Okay. All right, today the first demonstration we have is the Widgeon being flown by Julian McQueen. He's a local native here from Pensacola. This is a 1930s and 40s seaplane. It's made by Grumman. It's called the G-44. This one was built in 1943. It has 2 engines. Obviously, it's a seaplane. They built these in the 40s, from roughly 1940 to 1949. It is not just a seaplane, but it is also what they call amphibious. It has wheels that can be extended out of the fuselage, out of the boat part of the airplane. So once it taxis up to a ramp, much like a boat ramp, it can add power and taxi out onto the ramp and take off or land just like a normal airplane or on a normal runway. It can be flown with only 1 pilot, and he has 4 or 5 passengers depending on how he configures it. 28 of these airplanes are still operational today, which is saying something since it's about 80 years old. Maximum speed is 160 miles per hour, has a range of over 800 miles. He can climb to an altitude of 18,000 feet. The airplane is 31 feet long, 41 feet wide on the wingspan, and 11 feet tall on the tail. Again, this is Julian McQueen flying the Widgeon. And people ask, what is a Widgeon? Well, it's a species of duck. Many of these seaplanes are named after ducks or albatross, things like that. So let's watch the rest of Julian's demonstration. Welcome back to the beach. We're waiting on our next demonstration. I think it's going to be what is called the Magni Gyros. Hopefully we'll get them on the camera here momentarily. There's some weather off to the west, and I think that is what's held up several of these demonstrations that were supposed to already have happened. I know these Magni Gyros are taken off from Jack Edwards Airport over in Gulf Shores, Alabama, and that's where some of that bad weather is. So we'll see if that's the flight we have inbound. It looks like 2 flights of 3. It's hard to identify them just yet. We'll wait till they get a bit closer, and hopefully I can give you some information. All right, it looks like we've got 6 airplanes inbound, and they're pretty far away, so it's hard to identify them precisely, but I think these are the Stearmans. This is part of what's called the Veterans Flight Program. It's run by Roy Kinsey, and what he does is he gathers some of his buddies who own Stearman airplanes and brings them in, and what they do is they give rides to some World War II veterans. This is a World War II trainer. It's a biplane. It has 2 wings. It was made in Wichita, Kansas back in the 1930s and 1940s. Virtually every pilot in what was called the Army Air Corps then and the Navy and Marine Corps flew this airplane as a trainer. It's beloved all over the world. Even today, you'll see lots of these airplanes flying around. The wings are made of, are covered with fabric. That's how old it is. It's not made of metal or fiberglass or composite. It's made of fabric over the wings, stretched real tight and painted. The length of the airplane is 24 feet. The wingspan is 32 feet. It's not real fast. Top speed of 125 miles per hour. It's got a range of 500 miles and can climb to an altitude of 11,000 feet. Over 10,000 of these aircraft were built, and oddly enough, over 1,000 are still flying 80 years later. Most of them have a 220 horsepower Continental radial engine with 9 cylinders. Basically, this thing is like the Harley Davidson of biplanes. It just takes a beating and keeps on running. You often see these used today even as crop dusters, and often you'll see them pulling signs and banners along the beach. The nickname for this airplane is called the Yellow Peril. Again, it's a Stearman trainer airplane from World War II. Let's go back out and see if we can find them on the camera. Okay, we've confirmed that these are the Stearmans from the Veterans Flight Program. I'll go through my notes again and tell you a little more information about them. This outfit is run by Roy Kinsey, and what he does is he gets some of his buddies that own Stearmans. They had 8 of them flying veterans the other day out of Pensacola Airport. This is a World War II trainer. It's a biplane, which means it has 2 wings. This airplane was made in Wichita, Kansas back in the 1930s and 40s. The wings are covered with fabric. That's how old it is. They're not composite or metal. They're covered with fabric. The airplane is 24 feet long. The wings are 32 feet across. Top speed is 125 miles per hour, has a range of 500 miles, and climbed to an altitude of 11,000 feet. Over 10,000 of these airplanes were built back in the 30s and 40s. Surprisingly, over 1,000 of them are still flying today, 80 years later. Most of these airplanes have a 220 horsepower Continental radial engine, has 9 cylinders. Essentially, this thing is the Harley-Davidson of biplanes. It can take quite a beating. These are often flown today as crop dusters. You'll also see them pulling signs and banners along the beach. The nickname for this airplane is the Yellow Peril. Let's go back out to the beach and see what else they're going to do for us. All right, here come the Stearmans once again from left to right. I don't think they're cleared to do any acrobatic maneuvers, so they'll just be passing left to right. Let us get a good look at them. Again, this is a World War II trainer built back in the 1930s and 40s and flown by every Navy and Marine pilot and Army Air Corps pilot at that time, before the Air Force even existed. This is the airplane they all flew as a trainer, and it's beloved even to this day, 80 years later. Okay, finally we've got the next act coming in for a demonstration. These are some helicopters from, these are TH-57s. Let me give you a little information about these guys. They're from Training Air Wing 5 out at Whiting Airfield in Milton, Florida. That's about 35 miles northeast of here. They're part of the Naval Air Training Command. That has 3 fixed-wing squadrons that fly the T-6 Texan. We saw those fly by just a moment ago. And they fly 3 different helicopter squadrons that fly the TH-57 Sea Ranger, also sometimes called the Jet Ranger or Bell Jet Ranger. This is a training helicopter. It's flown by the Navy, the Marine Corps, the Coast Guard, and they train roughly 1,200 students each year out at Whiting. The TH-57, as I said, is made by the Bell Corporation. First built in 1962, so it's been around quite a long time. Over 7,000 of these have been built. They're flown by over 50 countries. The helicopter is 39 feet long, it's 9 feet tall, and the blade length is 33 feet. Maximum speed is 140 miles per hour. Can climb to a max altitude of 13,500 feet, and it weighs, max weight is 3,300 pounds. I was hoping they'd come back for another shot. Maybe we got them now. You'll also see these helicopters frequently used as traffic helicopters in bigger cities. Well, folks, we apologize for the delay and the confusion. We're told that there's a weather system off to the west a bit, and that's causing some of the delays in the demonstrations. There was supposed to be a gyroplane group of 8 helicopters, gyrocopters come in. We're flying out of Gulf Shores, and that's where the storm is over there now, so it looks like they're not going to be able to participate. And there's other ones facing the same problem. They need certain weather minimums in order to fly the show. You can't just come out and fly anytime you want. Depends on the cloud height and the visibility in the area. So we're going to take a break. We'll show you a couple of videos along the way, and as soon as things pick back up, we will join in with you again on the beach.
2020 will long be remembered as a year of great difficulty. The COVID-19 pandemic and the economic hardship that followed has caused much pain and loss here at home and around the world. Looking back at this year will always remind us of loss. But so too, it will remind us of our collective strength, of the fighting spirit of our first responders, and the unwavering commitment of our frontline medical workers to keeping their fellow Americans healthy. I'll also always remember this year with a touch of pride, knowing that when crisis arose, the Gary Sinise Foundation didn't skip a beat. The challenges facing our public health workers, our first responders, our military, the challenges that they and their families are facing are very, very demanding.
That's Gary Sinise right there, and boy, he's got it right.
This organization is providing PPE equipment and essential gear that the first responders need while they're out there working on the front lines.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary.
Our mission to serve our nation by honoring our defenders, veterans, first responders, their families, and those in need was as vital in 2020 as ever before.
In our mission statement at the end, it says, and those in need. Well, Gary saw that there was a need, and he wanted to support our healthcare workers right now. He knows that they're the first line of defense, and they're protecting us and keeping all of us safe, so he wanted to support them and let them know how appreciative he is of their service.
When the pandemic struck, we launched our emergency COVID-19 combat service.
When I heard about the COVID-19 campaign, I wanted to offer my full support.
To be able to help out and donate is just an honor of mine.
Thanks to the support of thousands upon thousands of Americans across the country, we were able to shift our services to areas where they were needed most.
You've supported us with other donations and equipment, and this is a big deal for us.
Providing personal protective equipment to first responders, along with 60,000 meals at hospitals across the country, including our nation's VA hospitals.
Last night during our Salute to Heroes event, the Gary Sinise Foundation brought over 900 meals to our first responders, our healthcare clinicians, our staff. That kind of support you just don't get anywhere else. It's just so wonderful the Gary Sinise Foundation to do this for us.
Beyond supporting the fight against COVID-19, we've continued to address the occupational hazards which our first responders face every day.
Most firefighters are not killed in fires. They're killed through cancer.
Gary Sinise Foundation helps us get our job done.
The Gary Sinise Foundation also continued providing custom-built, mortgage-free smart homes to severely wounded heroes. Wow! Through our RISE program.
Oh, man. So now I get a second chance at life to enjoy family, be a husband, be a father.
While the RISE home dedication events have changed due to COVID-19 safety precautions, that didn't stop us from completing construction and delivering 8 homes this year.
Come on in.
Is that Gary?
I just wanted to say welcome home.
Thank you.
And thank you. God bless you, and God bless America. The Gary Sinise Foundation Snowball Express initiative continued honoring families of our fallen heroes with virtual programming throughout the year.
Awesome. Now cross over with your left hand, your first hand.
With our Snowball Express children learning from home,
Hold that up to the camera so I can see.
we offered music lessons. Given by members of the Lieutenant Dan Band.
How did it feel to do it just by yourself?
Nervous.
Nervous, but you sounded great.
Really nervous.
But you did really, really good.
Set up virtual visits to aquariums and elsewhere direct to computer screens.
So we really got the story from Dolphin Tale 2. The same night we wrapped filming in Dolphin Tale. Is that crazy or what? True story. I was there, it happened.
And for the graduating class of 2020, we mailed packages full of surprises to celebrate their academic achievement.
They're just so thoughtful. My son didn't get to have a traditional graduation, and they sent him a box full of his favorite snacks. The love is in the details. I think that's why I honestly love them so much.
And for the holidays, which can be such a trying time for these brave families, since we were unable to go to Disney World, we were thrilled to provide a virtual Snowball Express event.
Hello, 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 my wonderful Snowball families. Welcome to Snowball Express 2020.
Hiya, Gary.
Hello, Mickey.
And hi to everybody watching from wherever you are.
We brought a little Disney magic to our deserving Gold Star families.
Magical. It's really, really cool.
We also launched the Gary Sinise Foundation's first chapter in Central Florida, allowing us to extend our impact across the country and broaden awareness of our mission. And as this year we weren't able to fly our World War II veterans to the National World War II Museum in New Orleans,
Welcome to the World War II Museum.
we were still able to provide some much-deserved recognition to members of our greatest generation through care packages to help them through this trying time.
Dear Les, on behalf of the Gary Sinise Foundation and all of us, we hope you are doing well through these difficult times. Your service to our country has not gone, nor will it be ever forgotten.
And we never lost sight of serving and raising the spirits of our nation's defenders and their families, which remains the heartbeat of everything we do at the Foundation.
It's not what's in the lunchbox that the Gary Sinise Foundation provided today for hundreds of our healthcare workers. It's what it means.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate this.
While we may not be out of the tunnel just yet, we can see the light at the end of it. And as the Gary Sinise Foundation approaches an important milestone, 2021 marking 10 years of service, we hope we can count on your support to ensure that our nation's heroes and their families continue to receive the love and honor they deserve.
We're here to celebrate the birthday of America's oldest World War II veteran, Mr. Lawrence Brooks, who's turning 111 today.
God bless you. God bless all of you.
To learn more, visit GarySiniseFoundation.org. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Chip Simmons with a quick shout out to our Blue Angels. For 75 years, they've been representing the United States of America and the area of Pensacola. I remember growing up here and watching the Blue Angels at Softly Field, and to this day, when I see the Blue Angels flying, I stop and I'm filled with a sense of pride. 75 years, Blue Angels, well done.
Happy birthday, Blue Angels. Dan McCord here from the Pensacola Navy League, standing in front of your famous F-4 Phantom fighter jets. Just want to tell you how proud we in Pensacola are of you, how much we look forward to your
Hi, I'm Sheriff Chip Simmons with a quick shout out to our Blue Angels. For 75 years, they've been representing the United States of America and the area of Pensacola. I remember growing up here and watching the Blue Angels at Softly Field, and to this day, when I see the Blue Angels flying, I stop and I'm filled with a sense of pride. 75 years, Blue Angels, well done.
Happy birthday, Blue Angels. Dan McCord here from the Pensacola Navy League, standing in front of your famous F-4 Phantom fighter jets. Just want to tell you how proud we in Pensacola are of you, how much we look forward to your show. It's been 75 terrific years, and we look forward to another 75 great years to come. Happy birthday.
Hi, I'm Katie Bodden. I am the volunteer flight line photographer for the National Naval Aviation Museum, and I am wishing all my friends on the U.S. Navy Blue Angels team a happy 75th anniversary.
happy anniversary to our very own Blue Angels, and may one day I get a ride in the back seat. Hey!
Happy 75th anniversary, Blue Angels.
Hi, I'm Virginia Buchanan, and I'm wishing our Blue Angels a happy 75th birthday. For 75 wonderful years, you have faithfully filled your mission and spread joy and pride in our country. We love you, we appreciate you, and we celebrate you every year, but particularly this year, your 75th anniversary. Happy birthday, Blue Angels.
Hi there, Tom Frost here from the 2013 through 15 Blue Angels team. I just wanted to pass along my heartfelt congrats to the 2021 team for a great season so far, and also wish the entire Blue Angel organization a happy 75th anniversary. I'm so proud and humbled to be part of such an amazing organization and group of professionals and great friends. I look forward to seeing you all real soon, and I'm glad to be here.
Hey, I'm James Bricione from Angelina's Restaurant. Me, my wife Brooke, and the kids love watching the Blue Angels from our back porch. We can see them. It's one of our most proud parts of Pensacola. So happy 75th anniversary, Blue Angels, and made a little something special for you right here.
Hi, Michelle Salzman here, State Representative for District 1. We are here to celebrate and honor the 75th year of our great Blue Angels. As an Army veteran and former admin at NETSI, I always enjoy the fun Go Army Beat Navy profession. As someone who grew up here, I can say that the pride and excitement of having the Blue Angels here in our community is a sentiment that is shared by us all. Thank you for the pride that you bring and for your service to this great nation.
Blue Angels, Summer Airshow, Pensacola Beach, 75th year history of that amazing group and demonstration team of the U.S. Navy. No one in Pensacola could be more proud than all of us combined and together. And I've got my one little thing. I'm Commodore Pensacola Yacht Club. My name is Tom Pace. If you anchor on the west end of Little Sabine, you're right underneath the glide path of a couple of the formations. Greatest thing in the world to see an F-18 Super Hornet doing what it does, literally 100 feet over your head.
Hi, this is Jeff Weeks, wishing the world's greatest flight demonstration team, the United States Navy's Blue Angels, a happy 75th anniversary. And by the way, thanks for letting me catch a ride with you back in 1994. It was a great experience.
Hi, my name is Captain Tim Kinsella. I'm the commanding officer of Naval Air Station Pensacola. It is an absolute honor for me to be here today, just to witness Dick Pace to get up in the air again in this aircraft, this SMJ Texan, and not just for him to fly it, an aircraft that he flew during World War II, both as a student and as an instructor pilot, but to do it in the same airspace over NAS Pensacola that he flew in an aircraft just like this almost 80 years ago. It is absolutely amazing to do. It's unfortunate to say that men like Dick Pace are a dying breed, and to be here with him today, it is as much for us as it is for him, and what a Christmas present to be able to give this man. This has been a tough year for everybody, and what a great way to ring out the year, to end it on such a wonderful note. Opportunities like that only come along once in a lifetime, and I'm very, very honored and privileged, and it is not lost on me what a great honor it was to do that today.
The flight went great. We were in the back. We had headsets on and intercom, so we were able to talk the whole time. It was an absolutely great day to fly. Clear blue skies, fantastic visibility. When we flew over the water, it was the only word you can really think of is stunning. It was blue. You could see the sandbars out there. He was having a good time when we were talking. So we did a few wing overs over the beach and showed off our smoke system, which he was pretty enthusiastic about. So it was a great time. I love flying these airplanes. It's a very unique opportunity to be sponsored by Geico and have the ability to fly these airplanes, but even more unique was to take a piece of the flying history and actually take it to a piece of living history and fly with Dick today. He actually flew these airplanes in World War II, trained the world's greatest generation, and kind of put those two pieces of the puzzle together. Is a very unique experience. It was pretty neat when somebody of his vintage, somebody that actually taught in these airplanes in World War II, got out, shook my hand, and told me that I was smooth and that he would give me a sign-off.
As we say, it is our best Christmas present ever, and we thank you, and that makes for a good week.
Show your pride. Order the Blue Angels Florida license plate online at blueangelsplate.org. Open to all Florida residents. Order today at blueangelsplate.org.
Hey, I'm Admiral Don Quinn. I was Chief of Naval Air Training when you all celebrated your 60th, and I just want to say congratulations on 75 years of energy and excellence. It was a pleasure working with you back in 2005 to 2007. I know how hard you work. I know how dedicated you are to the mission, and I also know that you're the face of the Navy in every state that doesn't have a saltwater coastline. So thanks for all you do for naval aviation and for the whole Navy. Congratulations.
Happy birthday, Blue Angels. I'm Martha Saunders, president of the University of West Florida, and my sidekick, Argy, and I are so proud to live in a community with the finest aviators on the planet. Best wishes on a great season and another 75 great years. Happy birthday.
It's great to live in a community where the water is emerald green, the beaches are pearly white, and the Angels are always blue. 75 years, what a great run. Congratulations, Blue Angels. We love having you call us home.
Greetings, folks. I'm Sterling Gillum, director of your National Naval Aviation Museum. I'd like to take this moment to congratulate our Navy Flight Demonstration Squadron, your Blue Angels, on their 75th birthday. Congrats, guys.
Greetings, this is Ronnie Rivera from the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. We want to wish a congratulations to the Blue Angels for 75 years of service throughout the country. We want to thank them for their demonstrations and their effort throughout America. Thank you, Blue Angels. We appreciate your support.
Hey, congratulations, Blue Angels, on 75 years. That's phenomenal. I'm Paul Intrican. I've been the air boss for the Pensacola Beach Airshow for the past 25 years, and it's always a pleasure to work with you guys for the show. Prior to that, as you probably know, I was an airshow performer, first civilian to fly a Russian MiG-15 on the airshow circuit for a number of years, so I can relate to you fellas, and I know what you do, and I have a much greater appreciation than the average bear does. Had a lot of students when I was a flight instructor out at Whiting that went on to become Blue Angels. So I have a real soft spot in my heart for you guys, a real strong attachment to the team. And once again, hearty congratulations on 75 years. You guys are amazing. Have a great season.
Congratulations to the Navy Flight Demonstration Squadron, the Blue Angels, on 75 years of excellence in representing Navy and Marine Corps aviation to the public around the world. Fly safe and have fun this weekend in front of your hometown crowd.
Hi, my name is Perry Hunter, and I'm one of the general managers down here at McGuire's Irish Pub.
And my dad was a Blue Angel pilot, 1957 through 59, went by the name of Herb Hunter. My uncle Bob Rasmussen also flew 57 through 59. And my grandfather was one of the first narrators for the Blues back in the 40s. So all I can do right now is wish the Blue Angels happy 75th anniversary, guys. Well deserved.
Kazoo and I, when we count three, we'd like everyone to say, happy birthday, Blue Angels, all right? So let's practice. This is our practice. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Blue Angels. All right, now we're going to up our game. This is it. Ready? Are you ready? Are you really ready? Okay, then let's go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Blue Angels. Thank you very much.
Bree Snellgrove here. Happy 75th anniversary to the Navy Blue Angels. They are always near and dear to my heart. Every year I celebrate it more than any other holiday. It falls on my birthday week, and it's something I look forward to every single year. I'm probably on the sound side right now watching you guys do a sneak pass. So happy anniversary, Blue Angels. We love you.
Congratulations on 75 years, Blues. We love you.
Congratulations, guys, girls, all of you.
Hello, Blue Angels and Blue Angels fans. My name is Ani Tadeo. I'm the granddaughter of Al Tadeo, plank owner of the Blue Angels 1946-1947 team. Thank you for all that you do, Blue Angels, maintainers, and fans. Grandpa Al never could fathom how impactful the first team could possibly be on so many people. So thank you for all that you do.
Happy anniversary, we love the Blues.
Folks, it looks like we got airplanes back in the air. They keep surprising us. It looks like there's on a weather delay, and then without notice, we have an airplane out there. From what I'm told, this is part of the red line demonstration. We saw these guys fly yesterday. Unfortunately, I don't have much information about them. I met this fellow last night at the reception at the hotel that had the air show performers there. His name is Ken Reeder. He's flying what I'm told is a extra 300. And I think his wingman is his son named Austin. I can't confirm that, but that's what I was told by some other air show performers. This airplane has a top speed of 265 miles per hour. It's built specifically for acrobatics. It's a great air show airplane. Has a roll rate of 400 degrees per second. Total weight is 1,400 pounds, so that's probably less than half of what your car weighs, and yet it has 265 horsepower. Actually, 365 horsepower. It's got a Lycoming engine, and the airplane can pull plus or minus 10 Gs. Most military jets don't pull to 7 or 8 or 9 Gs, and this can pull more than that. So this is quite a performer. So let's go out to the beach and see what he's doing. Aircraft out there. It's the Red Line Airshow demonstration team. Unfortunately, I don't have a copy of their sequence. They were doing some single airplane work just a moment ago, and now they've joined up to do some formation work. So let's watch and just see what they do and enjoy their show. anticipate when I thought they'd be coming in with it. All right, flying out there now, we have Gary Ward. I don't have an awful lot of information on him. Unlike the previous performer, who I think was 25 or 26 years old, Gary is a very young 80. Met him last night at the reception. He's flying an airplane called the MX-2. Carbon fiber. It's very light and very strong. It's got a Lycoming 6-cylinder engine, produces 350 horsepower. He's a Georgia Tech graduate with an aerospace engineering degree. This MX-2 is 21 feet long, 24-foot wingspan, and weighs 1,300 pounds with a 3-bladed propeller. Lots of performance on this. It's specifically built for acrobatics, and he's sure putting on a show for us today. Let's watch the rest of Gary Ward. All right, I think we have Kevin Coleman in the air now. He flies the Extra 300 SHP. Kevin is a child prodigy. He started flying when he was 10 years old, got his pilot's license when he was 16, and started flying air shows at the age of 18. He has a degree from Louisiana Tech in aviation management, got that at age 22. He's a member of the U.S. Advanced Acrobatic Team, and he just finished his first year on the Red Bull Challenge Cup series. He finished third overall in the world. Let me tell you, that's quite a feat for a young guy to be on that Red Bull tour and finish third. He flies the Extra 300 SHP. It has a roll rate, wrong airplane. This is Stewart. I know a biplane from a single wing. This is Skip Stewart. He's flying the Pitt Special. It's a biplane. It's kind of the muscle car of air show airplanes. If you like Mustangs and Camaros and Roadrunners and GTOs, you'll love this one. It's got 400 horsepower with a 3-bladed propeller. Maximum speed is 300 miles per hour. The stall speed is a mere 58 miles per hour, so he can fly it quite slow as well. Airplane weighs only 1,100 pounds, and with that 400 horsepower, it'll really perform. He's a winner of the Art Scholl Award for Acrobatic Excellence. He has over 10,000 hours of flight time. He's been flying air shows for 14 years, and I'm told his signature move towards the end of his show is he flies over the pier, and they cut a ribbon. They have 2 people holding a ribbon up with poles. He flies upside down and cuts that ribbon as he flies across the pier. Let's go out and watch Skip Stewart in his Pitt Special.
out pretty soon, I think. I know. I'm going to run to the room real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah. It's going to pass. It's going to pass. 5 or 10 more minutes. Okay.
Welcome back, everybody. It looks like we've got Fat Albert inbound to start the Blue Angel portion of the air show. Fat Albert is not cleared to do any acrobatics yet. It's a new aircraft that I'll describe shortly. And here's Fat Albert overhead, it sounds like. Let's take a look outside. There he goes. He kind of snuck up on everybody from behind. What I'm told is they're going to fly two maneuvers. They're going to do that overhead maneuver, make a big left turn, and then fly down the beach from left to right, and then they will go back to Pensacola. They are not cleared yet to do their new air show. The Blue Angels Lockheed Martin C-130 Super Hercules is a transport aircraft. It typically departs NAS Pensacola with a crew of about 45 maintenance and support team members who travel to each show site on a rotating basis. The previous C-130 was a C-130T model. It was retired in 2019 after 17 years of service and over 30,000 hours flying the Blue Angels support demonstrations. The new model is the J model. It also has a new paint scheme. It includes yellow tips painted on the wings, just like the F-18s are. It has two fuselage stripes instead of one, and it has a white teardrop design stretching back from the cockpit flight deck windows. It's flown by an all-Marine crew. Let me introduce the pilots now. There are three pilots. Marine 1 is Major Rick Rose from Napa, California. Marine 2 is Captain William Huckabee from Hoover, Alabama. And Marine 3 is Captain Jackson Streif from Omaha, Nebraska. Fat Albert typically travels over 100,000 miles each season. The aircraft weighs 155,000 pounds fully loaded and is powered by 4 Rolls-Royce turboprop engines, which together produce more than 18,000 shaft horsepower. It cruises at speeds of more than 370 miles per hour at altitudes as high as 35,000 feet. The C-130 was designed to lift heavy payloads into and out of unimproved airstrips as short as 2,500 feet. The Super Hercules is a tactical transport aircraft built by Lockheed Martin. Let's go back out and see the new C-130J Super Hercules. Welcome back for the Blue Angel jet portion of today's flight demonstration. The airplanes have completed their takeoff maneuvers at NAS Pensacola and now are setting up for their first maneuver, which will come from directly in front of the crowd. Let me introduce the flight pilots for today's demonstration. Flying Blue Angel number 1 is Captain Brian Kesselring from Fargo, North Dakota. Flying the right wing is Lieutenant Commander James Haley from Canadian, Texas. Flying the left wing, number 3, is the Marine Corps representative, Major Frank Zastopool. The slot pilot is Lieutenant Commander James Cox from Chesapeake, Virginia. The lead solo is Commander Ben Walburn from Ole, Pennsylvania. The number 6 pilot is Lieutenant Commander Lance Benson. The narrator is Julius Bratton. He's number 7. And number 8 is Caitlin Forrester, and I'll talk more about them as the demonstration goes on. All right, looks like the air show has begun. The 6 demonstration pilots have now formed up the Delta formation. It's a large triangular formation for the Blue Angel head-on maneuver. As they approach center point, the boss will call for the 2 solo pilots to detach, and they will both do a brake turn to the left and right and come in to cross over center point. Straight ahead, the Blue Angel head-on. There, the solo pilots have detached. Momentarily, they'll make a turn opposite each other and come back in for the next maneuver called the opposing 360. They are accelerating at 400 miles per hour behind the crowd, and they will be pulling roughly 4 Gs to come back and cross over center point. Now coming from the left and right, you should see the 2 solo pilots for the opposing 360. They should cross over center point. We're not exactly which show the team will be flying today. Based on the weather, they have 3 different air shows. A high show, which they can do all of the looping maneuvers. A low show, where they're unable to do the loops but can still do the rolls. And then a flat show, which basically they fly maneuvers left and right, but they can't go up and down very much because of the low cloud cover. We'll see which maneuver they bring in next, which should give us a clue as to which air show they're flying. I expect the next maneuver to be the Diamond 360. I expect it to come in from behind the spectator area to the right and pass over center point. This is one you want to get your cameras out for, because this is where you see that very close 18-inch wingtip to canopy separation that exists between the boss's airplane and number 3 on the left wing. Here they come in from the right and slightly behind the spectator area. The Diamond 360. The next maneuver should be coming in from both the left and the right, as the 2 solo pilots will begin the first of their opposing maneuvers. Approaching center point, Blue Angel number 5 and Blue Angel 6 will roll their aircraft to 90 degrees and push forward on the stick as they perform the knife edge pass. Hopefully the diamond will be setting up for the diamond roll. It will be coming in from the right and slightly behind the spectator area. Well, it looks like they've transitioned into a low show, or a correction, a flat show. From the right, the Blue Angel Diamond Flat Pass. Here you see a very close 36-inch wingtip to canopy separation that exists between these four aircraft. Unfortunately, the low cloud level has forced the team into flying their flat show. It's the one they least prefer to do because they're not able to do the high looping maneuvers or very many of the rolls. So what you'll see today is a series of flat passes coming from both the left and the right. Now you see the solo pilots doing their imposing inverted pass. The pilots would definitely prefer to fly a high show or even a low show. The flat show is their least favorite. It's very hard to do because you have to maneuver under the clouds and still maintain all of your checkpoints. The next maneuver will be coming in from the left, down the beach. It's called the Diamond Aileron Roll. As they approach center point, the boss calls smoke on, ready, hit it, and all four aircraft do an aileron roll simultaneously. Here they come from the left for the Diamond Aileron Roll. The next maneuver should be coming in from the right. The two solo pilots will be coming in together for a maneuver we call the Fortis. For pilots and enthusiasts who appreciate the difficulties associated with carrier aircraft landing, they will enjoy this next maneuver demonstrated by the two solo pilots. To the right, number 5 and number 6 will establish a mirror image formation, but look closely because both aircraft are in the carrier landing configuration. The landing gear is down, the flaps are down, the tailhook is down. This is called the dirty configuration. Once again, the Diamond pilot should be approaching from the left. I think this maneuver will be the Diamond Dirty Flat Pass, meaning they will have their landing gear, tailhook, and flaps down as well. Coming in from left now is the Diamond Dirty Flat Pass, and I think what they do on this one is they have Blue Angel number 6 coming in at a high rate of speed, and he overtakes them. Look to the left, see the Diamond pilots together at slow speed, and Blue Angel number 6 going quite quickly past them. That completes the Diamond Dirty Clean flat pass. The next maneuver should be number 5, the lead solo, coming in from the left. He will do a minimum radius turn where he's pulling 7 G's. Essentially, his body will weigh well over 1,000 pounds. As he completes the maneuver, he does what's called a cobra maneuver, where he pirouettes the airplane, brings it almost vertical, and then pitches over to a level position at the end. Diamond will be approaching again from the right, this time for a maneuver we call the double farrel. The 4 Diamond pilots, you will know, as they approach again, you will notice 2 significant modifications. While the wingmen, number 2 and number 3, maintain their minimum wingtip to canopy separation, the flight leader and the slot pilot are both upside down. From the right, the Blue Angel double farrel. Next, the solo pilot should be coming in from directly behind the crowd. They will perform the opposing minimum radius turn. Notice they pass over the beach line parallel with each other, and then they appear to cross, flying through each other, and then they perform a minimum radius turn, crossing again over center point. Watch the cross now. Once again, the 2 solo pilots will cross over center point. The 4 Diamond pilots should be approaching from the right and slightly behind the spectator area. Get your cameras out, for this is one of those well-known Blue Angel maneuvers that everybody wants a picture of. The 4 Diamond pilots are now stacked down and aft on a 45-degree bearing line in a right echelon formation behind the boss. From the right, at 350 miles per hour, the Blue Angel echelon parade. The next is another solo maneuver. They will be approaching from the left and the right for opposing horizontal rolls. As Blue Angels 5 and 6 converge on center point, they will demonstrate the rapid roll rate control of the F-18 Super Hornet's fly-by-wire flight control system. As they cross at center point, they will perform 2 consecutive rolls, totaling 270 degrees with a closure rate of 800 miles per hour. The Diamond will be approaching from the right for this next maneuver called the left echelon flat pass. Well, they should be coming in from the right. I don't see them yet. Well, here they come. They're in from the left, so I mistook that maneuver. From the left is the left echelon flat pass flown by the Diamond at 350 miles per hour. Right behind this, you should have a what we call a high-speed sneak pass. Two solo pilots sneak up on the crowd from the left and from behind the crowd. Normally, at the end of that second sneak pass, Blue Angel number 6 would pull his aircraft straight up into the vertical and do about 6 rolls and top out over 10,000 feet. Blue Angel number 5 is now joining up with the Diamond out to the right side of the spectator area. They will be coming by for the line abreast flat pass. Back to the right, Blue Angel number 5 has joined the Diamond for a line abreast formation. Still maintaining minimum separation, the pilots must now align themselves by looking 90 degrees from their flight path. The only person looking forward is the boss. He's in the center aircraft. The ones on the left wing are looking over their right shoulder to maintain position, and the two aircraft on the right of the boss are looking over their left shoulder to maintain position. From the right, the line abreast flat pass. Blue Angel number 5 has now detached from the Diamond, and he and number 6 are setting up for one more opposing maneuver. They will be approaching from the left and from the right for the opposing 4-point hesitation roll. From the left and the right now approaching are the two solo pilots. You've seen several flight profiles so far. They will now demonstrate precision roll rate control. Approaching center point, they will roll their aircraft 360 degrees, pausing after each 90 degrees of rotation, crossing center point in the inverted position. The opposing 4-point hesitation roll. Diamond is now behind the spectator area, setting up for their next maneuver. They will come in from directly behind the crowd and perform the Diamond low brake cross. From behind the spectator area, the 4 Diamond pilots are rolling out in a trail formation. They 4 different directions. You should be able to follow the individual smoke trails as each pilot turns back towards the flight line. All 4 aircraft are accelerating to 400 miles per hour and will cross over the center point area, all 4 aircraft at the same moment. Now, with approximately 900 knots of closure, the cross. The 2 solo pilots have now joined each other to the right of the crowd. They will be coming down the beach from right to left. The next maneuver is the tuck-over roll. As they approach the flight line, they will cross center point as they simultaneously roll their aircraft 450 degrees together in section. As they approach, it looks like 1 aircraft, but there are 2. From the right, the double tuck-over roll. The solo pilots will now be, my mistake, the diamond pilots will now come in from the left of the spectator area and about 45 degrees in front of the crowd from over the water. Their next maneuver is the burner 270. I really like this maneuver because you get a good look at 8 afterburners right in your face. They used to say that you're seeing more horsepower today than there is in the entire starting lineup of the Indy 500 and the Daytona 500 combined. From the left, you should see the Diamond Afterburner 270. As they roll out to demonstrate the awesome power of these 8 General Electric F414 engines. The 4 Diamond pilots will simultaneously select full afterburner as they pass out over center point. The 2 solo pilots will be coming again from the right side down the beach line together. They will fly the Section High Alpha Pass. To the right, you will see Blue Angels 5 and 6 are approaching the demonstration area at slow speed to demonstrate the handling characteristics of the Super Hornet in the clean configuration. They will pass before you, virtually standing Blue Angels 5 and 6 on their tails at less than 120 miles an hour. The fly-by-wire flight controls provide slow speed handling second to none. Let's watch as the two solo pilots join with the Diamond now. They will do the Delta portion of the air show. There are only 3 or 4 maneuvers left, and they will fly with all 6 airplanes together in the Delta formation, a large triangular formation. They are now approaching from the left for the Delta Dirty Flat Pass. Although it makes more sense to come in from the right. So it might be from the right. I think this maneuver will come in from the right. The Delta Dirty Flat Pass, all 6 aircraft in the Delta formation, and the term dirty means they have the landing gear down, the flaps down, the tail hook down, the landing light on. Ready for landing on an aircraft carrier. There they are in sight, coming from the right, the Delta Dirty Flat Pass. You should get a good look at the Delta formation. Because this is a non-acrobatic maneuver, the boss is allowed to fly this closer to the spectator area. Except they're not dirty. They're just in clean Delta. They fooled me. Let's keep our cameras on the Delta as they perform a reversal turn and approach for their next maneuver from the left and out over the ocean. Captain Kesselring now has the formation in a big right turn, approaching from the left and out over the ocean for the next maneuver called Maneuvering Delta. They approach from the left at 400 miles per hour. All 6 aircraft are approaching, and they will pass before us, and you should get a good look at the Delta set used by the 5 wingmen. Also, you'll get to see the bottom of the airplane, which you don't normally see. Often you see the top of it from going over the loops and rolls, but this is your one opportunity to see the bottom of all 6 airplanes. Notice it says U.S. Navy written across the bottom of the wings. From the left, Maneuvering Delta. Let's keep our cameras on the Delta because they're going to go out to sea, make a big left turn, and come back in for a head-on maneuver called the Delta head-on, obviously. This is particularly hard for Captain Kesselring, the boss in Blue Angel number 1. He has to maintain sight of the checkpoints. He has to see where the Coast Guard cutter is and try to get sight of the pier. So it's difficult for him to set up this head-on maneuver because there aren't many checkpoints out over the water. All the water looks the same. Directly before you, the Blue Angel Delta head-on. I'm not sure if they'll do the breakout. If the weather were better, all 6 aircraft would do a Delta breakout as they approach center point. So we'll see what they decide to do. It is the Delta breakout. The 6 pilots will now rendezvous with Captain Kesselring in Blue Angel number 1. They will come in for one last maneuver from left to right flying down the beach. It will be the Delta flat pass, and then they will return back to NAS Pensacola for their landing. Captain Kesselring may be extending this maneuver out to the left of the spectator area because there are so many spectators lined up for miles down the beach. He may be giving them an extra little demonstration. They should be coming from the left to the right, down the beach, smoke on, all 6 jets together. Everybody's looking left, and we still can't find them. From the left, here they are. The Blue Angel Delta flat pass. I love this one. This is not an acrobatic maneuver, so again, the boss can fly it closer than normal to the spectator area. This is as close as you'll get to seeing 6 awesome fighters up close in formation. The Blue Angels 2021. And knowing Captain Kesselring, he'll probably fly that thing down the beach for 10 miles with the smoke on and let everybody get a look before they turn back to the right and land at NAS Pensacola. We thank everybody for being with us today. It's been an awesome day to be a part of the Blue Angel Air Show. Sorry the weather wasn't better, so they could have done their high show, but just happy to have them get in the air and give us a demonstration. Thanks for the whole crew and for everybody doing such a great job today at the Blue Angel Air Show. Good day.
Show your pride. Order the Blue Angels Florida license plate online at blueangelsplate.org. Open to all Florida residents. Order today at blueangelsplate.org.
Hey, I'm Admiral Don Quinn. I was Chief of Naval Air Training when you all celebrated your 60th, and I just want to say congratulations on 75 years of energy and excellence. It was a pleasure working with you back in 2005 to 2007. I know how hard you work. I know how dedicated you are to the mission, and I also know that you're the face of the Navy in every state that doesn't have a saltwater coastline. So thanks for all you do for naval aviation and for the whole Navy. Congratulations.
Happy birthday, Blue Angels. I'm Martha Saunders, president of the University of West Florida, and my sidekick, Argy, and I are so proud to live in a community with the finest aviators on the planet. Best wishes on a great season and another 75 great years. Happy birthday.
It's great to live in a community where the water's emerald green, the beaches are pearly white, and the angels are always blue. 75 years, what a great run. Congratulations, Blue Angels. We love having you call us home.
Greetings, folks. I'm Sterling Gillum, director of your National Naval Aviation Museum. I'd like to take this moment to congratulate our Navy Flight Demonstration Squadron, your Blue Angels, on their 75th birthday. Congrats, guys.
Greetings, this is Ronnie Rivera from the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. We want to wish a congratulations to the Blue Angels for 75 years of service throughout the country. We want to thank them for their demonstrations and their effort throughout America. Thank you, Blue Angels. We appreciate your support.
Hey, congratulations, Blue Angels, on 75 years. That's phenomenal. I'm Paul Intrican. I've been the air boss for the Pensacola Beach Airshow for the past 25 years, and it's always a pleasure to work with you guys for the show. Prior to that, as you probably know, I was an airshow performer, first civilian to fly a Russian MiG-15 on the airshow circuit for a number of years, so I can relate to you fellas, and I know what you do, and I have a much greater appreciation than the average bear does. Had a lot of students when I was a flight instructor out at Whiting that went on to become Blue Angels. So I have a real soft spot in my heart for you guys, a real strong attachment to the team. And once again, hearty congratulations on 75 years. You guys are amazing. Have a great season.
Congratulations to the Navy Flight Demonstration Squadron, the Blue Angels, on 75 years of excellence in representing Navy and Marine Corps aviation to the public around the world. Fly safe and have fun this weekend in front of your hometown crowd.
Hi, my name is Perry Hunter, and I'm one of the general managers down here at McGuire's Irish Pub. And my dad was a Blue Angel pilot, 1957-59, went by the name of Herb Hunter. My uncle Bob Rasmussen also flew 57-59. And my grandfather was one of the first narrators for the Blues back in the 40s. So all I can do right now is wish the Blue Angels happy 75th anniversary, guys. Well deserved.
Kazoo and I, when we count three, we'd like everyone to say, happy birthday, Blue Angels, all right? So let's practice. This is our practice. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Blue Angels. All right, now we're going to up our game. This is it. Ready? Are you ready? Are you really ready? Okay, then let's go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Blue Angels. Thank you very much.
Bree Snellgrove here. Happy 75th anniversary to the Navy Blue Angels. They are always near and dear to my heart. Every year I celebrate it more than any other holiday. It falls on my birthday week, and it's something I look forward to every single year. I'm probably on the sound side right now watching you guys do a sneak pass. So happy anniversary, Blue Angels. We love you.
Congratulations on 75 years, boys. We love you.
Congratulations, guys, girls, all of you.
Hello, Blue Angels and Blue Angels fans. My name is Ani Tadeo. I'm the granddaughter of Al Tadeo, plank owner of the Blue Angels 1946-1947 team. Thank you for all that you do, Blue Angels, maintainers, and fans. Grandpa Al never could fathom how impactful the first team could possibly be on so many people. So thank you for all that you do.
Happy anniversary, we love the blue.